Hey guys, thanks for joining me, and if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. Thanks so much for joining me today. I have a review of this Centurion from Miguron. They are kicking it out of the ballpark, hitting it out of the ballpark with their budget knives. This is a $49 knife, 14C28N, great blade shape. And I think for the amount of small details that you get with this, it's an incredible deal. First off, I love the shape of this knife. That swedge and that sweep back is great. The ergos on this are great because the G10 is not only because the G10 is textured. Like with the Miguron, it's peel ply, which is great, but it's squarish with the ends rounded off. This is totally rounded off with scallops cut out around the sides and just very well rounded. Slab construction, and you've got a G10 backspacer with this extra little detail of jimping back there. The Miguron, which I think is a phenomenal knife, does not have that little detail. You've got this phenomenal titanium milled clip. How many knives that are sold under $50 have a milled titanium clip? Not many. They have a double two-tone finish on this blade. You've got like the belt finish right here, and then you've got this bead blast or stone wash here. Satin wash. Very, very cool that they've got these two different finishes on it. You've got their custom pivot. This pivot actually caused me a little bit of problems in the disassembly. You can go back and watch that video, came out earlier this week, and it was not like the Miguron's pivot. It actually has a central barrel with two screws that go in from each side. And the problem with that is that on the custom side, this is the locking side. It fits into the G10. That can cause some problems with reassembly and disassembly, and potentially accidentally stripping the G10, which is supposed to hold this screw in, depending on how much Loctite the guy at the manufacturer slapped on. I was able to get it back together, but it's something to be aware of. If you like to take apart your knives, you need to watch my disassembly video and see how that happened. So that's a little bit on the downside. Choking up on this is fine. Let's look at how big overall this knife is. I'd call it a full-size knife, coming in at 3.5 inches of cutting edge and overall 8, whereas this is like the Miguron is more of like a medium-sized knife, coming in at 3 inches, 7.5 overall. This thing is so skeletonized on the inside that it's actually rather light, and the balance point on it, though, is balanced right on my finger right there, which is pretty incredible. Very nicely done how they balance this up. You can choke up on it. No jimping here where there's this thumb ramp, but that's okay because you have a ramp. This sharpening choil isn't really a good place. I mean, you can choke up on it, but it's very small for someone with big fingers. Just throw that out there. Access to the liner lock is great, and it doesn't pinch my finger or the skin of my finger. It works just fine. It's not a deep carry click, so the profile, it will be sticking up a little bit on you, but not absurdly. I like it just fine. Overall, I think the fit and finish of this is great. And also this G10 is pretty easy to dye if you want it to be bluer or a different color. I don't see a problem why RIT dye wouldn't take to this really nicely. I think there's some other color combinations too. There's a link down in the descriptions for this that you can buy it from. If you use my link, by the way, I get like a small little kickback, but it's not much. Also, I'm coming close to 1,000 subscribers. When I do, I'm going to be giving away a nice, big, expensive knife. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you like what I do, please go ahead and join me on Patreon and become and support the channel. I think for as low as $3 a month, and then you get a chance to get entered for a monthly giveaway. And right now I have very few Patreon members, so their chances of getting a prize are very high at the next monthly giveaway. Thanks so much for joining me, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.